Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now March 9th of 2021, and ever since the very end of The Mandalorian Season 2, as well as the GINA CARANO situation, there have been a lot of fans that have been very skeptical about where things are going by Jon and Dave and exactly how they're really going to bring back Star Wars into the mix on a satisfying level for a majority of the fandom. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one thing about Disney Star Wars, yes, we do know that there are over a dozen Star Wars projects currently in the works on Disney+. This, of course, as an example, we've got Kenobi, Andor, Ahsoka, Mandalorian, as well as the Book of Boba Fett coming out this December. It'll be here before you know it, and other projects out there in the works as well. Now, on top of all of this, we also know that Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are trying to do everything in their power to really bring back Star Wars Legends in the mix on a very exciting level. We do know that the hardcore fans are the fans that really make Star Wars successful. I mean, these are the fans that saw the movies, 3, 4, 5 times in a row, day by day when it came out. Whether it be the prequels or whether it be Rogue One at the time in 2016, a lot of fans supported the movies by seeing them multiple times. And that's exactly why we have seen this decline in, revenue or box office results for the Star Wars movies, is because there have been less repeat viewings. Now, on top of all of this, we know that Jon Favreau is really busy with The Mandalorian, Ahsoka, and even to a degree with the Kenobi TV series, which, by the way, comes out next year. Cannot wait for that. However, what's really intriguing about all of this is exactly what Jon Favreau has planned for the Star Wars franchise in order to really take fans back. Now, of course, that The Mandalorian Season 3 is in development and moving along smoothly, Disney and Lucasfilm are busy creating their new projects such as Kenobi, Ahsoka, and Andor. Now, it's described that as of right now, Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are hard at work in order to bring back Star Wars Legends in a big way that will bring Star Wars back on track and satisfy the Star Wars fandom overall. Now, it's noted that behind the scenes, Jon Favreau is indeed planning something huge that will save the Star Wars franchise by incorporating many aspects of the Thrawn trilogy from Legends and Dark Empire into the Mandalorian series, and even a planned young Luke Skywalker TV series that is set to use Sebastian Stan as a stand-in from Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker. Now, apart from this, it's noted that Favreau is essentially recreating the Thrawn trilogy from the 1990s in the new universe that they are developing, as well as massive story elements from Dark Empire that will be revived in the new Star Wars universe moving ahead. Jon Favreau is best described to be doing this in order to regain many of the lost Star Wars fans from the sequels and from the GINA CARANO fired situation in order to set things right, and that Favreau is planning an epic showdown between Ahsoka, Luke, and Thrawn in upcoming projects that goes beyond The Mandalorian, and that aspects of the revival of the Thrawn trilogy and Dark Empire will stretch beyond the Mandalorian series and will spill into Ahsoka and other series that are currently in the works. Now, Kathleen Kennedy is described to be disgusted over Favreau's decision to move ahead with the story direction overall, which really isn't all that big of a surprise. We also know that a lot of fans out there have been very much wondering whether or not Favreau can perform on really making Star Wars back to the way it used to be before 2012. So, the thing about Disney Star Wars also right now is that we are in a phase where they really are trying to regain a lot of the fans that have canceled their Disney Plus subscription, and honestly, I don't know if they're going to be able to do that just yet. I don't know if you guys heard, but I believe it's on March 26th, they are increasing the price of Disney Plus. And it's going up a little bit. It's nothing crazy, but it's still going up in price. And I think that is not going to help in bringing back Star Wars fans onto the platform. I honestly don't think it will, because I think it's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take Disney to set an example to get them back, such as the Book of Boba Fett, maybe, and just maybe, you know, the upcoming Star Wars TV show, The Bad Batch, on May 4th. It all depends on how these shows attract the audience, and whether or not they're able to bring back some percentage of fans that canceled their Disney Plus account. Now, also on top of this, what's really exciting is the fact that we have Jon Favreau bringing back a lot of aspects from the Thrawn trilogy from the 1990s, and also incorporating many aspects of Star Wars Dark Empire in the mix to the Mandalorian show, Ahsoka, and other TV shows out there, such as a planned Young Luke TV show. Now, here's the thing about this entire scenario. We can see that Jon Favreau obviously is a fan of Legends. He loves Star Wars Legends. This is not a hidden fact. Jon Favreau has actually talked about this before in the past, that he himself loves Star Wars Legends and exactly what it really, you know, pretty much tells the fans about the franchise and the philosophy of it all. The other thing is that we also know that Jon actually stepped on board of Star Wars in the first place because he actually had a lot of problems with Rian Johnson's direction of The Last Jedi and how he treated Luke. It's the main reason as to why we got Luke the way that we did in Mandalorian Season 2. I mean, honestly, Jon Favreau cares about the fans. This is a guy that loves Star Wars fans overall, and he just wants to pay respect to them. Now, next year, Star Wars Celebration 2022, it's going to be a big year because that's where they're going to even announce more projects. Do I believe that they're overdoing it? Maybe. You know, when it comes to the amount of TV shows, they might be overdoing it a bit because we have new announcements coming this fall, and then more announcements coming in, of course, 2022 during Celebration. I'm not quite sure when that's going to be. I believe it might be August or April. But on top of all of this, guys, the one thing that I think is very important that a lot of fans need to know is that Dave Filoni, his partner, is also going to be helping him in a lot of the revival of the Star Wars Legends books and comics. You got Dark Empire and you got the Thrawn trilogy books pretty much getting revived in Mandalorian, Ahsoka, Luke Skywalker TV series, and more to come throughout the 2020s. So this is going to be a very big decade for Star Wars, but it all depends on exactly how Disney Plus is going to perform as a platform, whether or not the fandom is going to support Star Wars from this point on ahead. That's the biggest question overall, and I think it's a very important question. Can Jon and Dave lure the fans back in? The ones that were either lost from the sequels or the ones that were lost from the GINA CARANO fired situation. That, I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see exactly how that all rolls out. Obviously, a lot of fans are putting their foot down and standing their ground and just saying that they're not going back to Star Wars. They are done. So, like I've said before in the past, guys, you know, drop a comment below. Let me know about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.